Hello everybody, welcome! Today we shall give you the 3 ways that I, Mr. Bobert, has learned and mastered. The 3 ways to solve quadratic equations! I have some teaching to do, so listen now. Let me just move my chair to the left and... We'll start by going from A to C as we'll answer the prepared questions that I, Mr. Bobert, has handpicked for today. Let's start with an easy one, extracting square roots. So we have a perfect problem for today. Let's have this whiteboard magically go through the process of answering. This whiteboard will take my subtitles, but it's fine. Alright? Now, take it away, whiteboard. Now let's start solving. Let's start with observing 3x squared minus equals 1. Something feels off, right? Yeah, that's right. Your x isn't alone. So, what should we do? As I said before, let's get the x all by itself. How do we do it? Well, this technique so-called named B gave us a blessing to give it up for transposition. So let's transpose this negative 1 away from the x, so that negative 1 will be positive. Now guess what? The x still isn't alone yet, so we have to separate 3 and x. But first, let's add 11 and 1 real quick. There you go, now it's 12. Now it's the perfect time to clear the air with division. Divide everything by 3, you'll get x equal to square root of 4. Now let's solve this process. 3 divided by 3 is 1. You wanna know why we removed the 1? Because that's so grade 7. Now we have the quotient, and let's divide the other number we had, 12 divided by 3. I know you know the answer, so say it. Yeah, that's right, it's actually 4. Look at that, we're almost there. And I say almost because your x still isn't alone. So, what do we do now? It's simple. We extract the square roots. Let's put this rule to the test. Putting both of these radicants and sniping them in half will give us x equals 2. Since 4 is a perfect square, we can easily take it down to its roots, which is 2. There's the final answer. Great job, everyone. Proud of you. Yay! Well, alright, this isn't over yet because we have a way that our bird named Shad conveniently gave us from their adventure. It's quadratic formulas. Let's get this started now. First, we'll start with the basics, finding your ABCs. Take note on our template for the equation for a while. Now, let's find our numbers for our letters. Our A is 1, since there's always an invisible number 1 next to the X, because of course, we aren't grade 7. Our B is negative 3, and our C is negative 10. Alright, now we have our ABCs. Let's now test our new rule that the fortune bird gave us for today. Here's the quadratic formula. Now all we have to do is replace the letters with the numbers. There you go. Now I'll get the answer. Since we'll multiply negative 3 with a negative sign, our negative 3 will be positive. Now let's all move on to side the discriminant. Negative 3 times itself is positive 9 because that's what exponents do. Time to multiply negative 4 and then 1 and then negative 10. Negative 4 didn't change because we multiplied it by 1. And negative 4 times negative 10 gives us positive 40. Now lastly, let's add 4 and 4 together. Now, this is perfect. A discriminant is 49. Meaning it's an easy fight for extracting square roots. Now, if you know the square root of 49, you would say the number is 7. So we'll revert 49 back to 7. Now it's time to follow the 2 roots. We'll determine both positive and negative roots. Let's try solving the positive one. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Now all you do is divide 10 by 2, giving us a first root of our solution set. X equals to 5. Shit. Now let's do the other root. X equals to 3 minus 7. 3 minus 7 gives us negative 4. So we'll divide negative 4 by 2. So we'll get x squared equals to 2. Fuck. Great. Now we have our solution set. Now only the equations. Let's move on to last but not the least. Zero product properties. For this one, we need to have actual thinking. Personally, my method here is taking the constant factors that can fit our singular x. So let's think. What are the factors of 30? Factors we use to multiply to get the requested number. So let's try finding them. We also include number 1 in itself because that's simple logic. We have 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. We won't count factors that use decimals because that's too complicated for me. Now let's see. The only possible way I see negative 11 is with the factors 5 and 6. So let's try it. Now this is where we're gonna test our guess. Let's try adding both of these numbers we have in each column. Now we need to figure out these signs, either positive or negative. Let's use the FOIL method. Our first equation is x giving us x squared. Next, we'll have the outer equation with something. And let's just try putting both the negative signs. Now let's actually solve our outer. Negative 6 times 6 equals negative. Let's solve the inner. Negative 5 times x equals negative 5x. Lastly, we'll have our answer at last. Negative 5 times negative 6 equals positive 30. Mods, clear the board because we are finally done! Oh, thank you all so much for being able to see all the way through. Now finally I can move my chair out of the screen.